everybody. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Designing Rachel Marie. I am yours truly, Rachel Marie, and today's topic is going to be my new updated prices through Dr. Duran. So I know a lot of you are probably curious what the price changes were after watching my major change video. So I figured it was appropriate to come on now and give you guys an outline like I gave you before when I was going to Dr. Mejia, to give you a breakdown of all the prices that I'm paying to have surgery with Dr. Duran. So for those of you that are new to the channel, if you want to go back and watch some of the other videos, that will kind of tune you up to where we are. If you're wanting to get to the point where, you know, we just made the change in doctor, the major changes video, that is the video that you're going to want to watch. That's going to give you information in regards to why I made the change, how I received my quote, and other important information that you might want to know. And then again, if you watch that video and you still have questions, contact me directly. I am more than happy to answer any questions. You can typically reach me through the comment section on the videos. I have an Instagram page, so you can go and follow me at Designing Rachel Marie on Instagram. And you can message me there. And then, of course, I have an email address as well, which is designingrachelmarie@gmail.com. So if you need to contact me, you can do any of those. So let's get into prices. So what I'm going to do in regards to breaking these prices down, I'm going to kind of give you an explanation of what each thing is. And then after I give the explanation, I'll tell you the price. And then again, at the end, I will run through it quickly and give you all the prices again. Okay. I don't even think that I've added all of my stuff up, but I can do it. That's not a problem. Anyway. So for the surgery with Dr. Duran, I am still getting the same procedures. I am getting a tummy tuck with lipo of my back and flank area. And then I'm also getting a BBL. Now, another thing that I've heard about Dr. Duran is if you do not have fat just in your back, she will pull fat from other places to make sure that she gets the achieved result that she's wanting out of your BBL. So she'll take it from your arms, your inner thighs, or wherever she needs to take that fat to make it right for your BBL, she will. I think I'm going to personally have enough fat in my back, but we'll see. I'll give an update at that point. So for the surgery itself, it's $5,300. Now, Dr. Duran has a lot of different itemized charges, and that's what I'm about to go through now. So now you know the overall price just for the surgery itself is $5,300. Now, I told you guys you had to go through a coordinator to get a timely response from her office. So the coordinator that I went through, it was $150 for the coordinator's fee. And that is literally just to get your price booked, or get your quote and get you booked. And they kind of guide you throughout the entire process up until surgery, making sure everything is organized and everything. So that was $150. I actually went through my recovery house for my coordinator. So my recovery house is my coordinator in this surgery. My last surgery, I used the independent coordinator, but this one, because I was already booked with the recovery house and they told me that they could get me a quote and it was cheaper than what the next person was going to do. It was basically $200 with the other person, $150 with my recovery house. So I just went ahead and went with what was cheapest. So anyway, a coordination fee, $150. Lab testing. This is going to be all of your blood work, similar to the CBC that is ran in the States, to check your hemoglobin and all those different, levels within the blood, white blood count, red blood count. You know what I'm talking about. So again, the CBC stands for complete blood, CBC, complete blood check. There it goes. Complete blood check. I knew I remembered. But anyway, so that's your CBC. That's going to be $300. Then every surgeon that you go to has an insurance fee, and the fee varies. Some fees are $150, some are, more. This one is $170. So through Dr. Duran's office, the insurance fee is $170. The next test, it's called, polygamy test. I always pronounce it wrong, but basically what this test does is it checks your lungs and so forth for anybody that is a smoker or is a previous smoker or has smoked in their life. You're going to want to go ahead and do this test just to make sure that your lungs are where they need to be. Somebody told me that if you are a previous smoker, even if you have stopped, they'll give you breathing treatments before surgery and after surgery just to make sure that you're breathing at the maximum capacity. So this is another $100. And then your second garment, you don't have to buy your second garment through Dr. Duran's office, but of course they always prefer that you do. But that's up to you. If you do choose to buy it through the office, it's $150. The pain pump. Now this is going to sound silly. So the pain pump is the pain medication. So from what I was told, it is a good idea to get the pain pump. The pain pump is something that they kind of put it in your hand like an IV, but it's like a little bulb. The only reason that I know what it looks like is because I'm in a surgery group on Facebook, and some of the ladies that are having surgery over in the Dominican, because I guess it's a thing throughout the Dominican, the pain pump, they have it in, and somebody took a picture and showed it, and then also said that they recommend any woman that's going over there to get the pain pump. So anyway, the pain pump is like a little IV that goes in your hand here, and it's like a little bulb. And in the little bulb, it is pain medication. So it's pain medication that's attached to your hand within the IV that's going to help you throughout the first couple days after surgery. So it is recommended that you get the pain pump. To get the pain pump, it is $200. I will personally be getting a pain pump. so that's that about the pain pump. Then also, they noted for other medications, they haven't specified what these other medications are exactly, but I did my research and I found another doll that had a YouTube channel. So again, like I told you, I do my research as well. I watch people's videos also to learn. So I found a doll that had surgery with Dr. Duran, and she actually shared her medication list that she received once she got over to the DR. So I sat there and I took notes on her video, and I wrote down all the medications that she was prescribed, and I went to my primary care physician and I had them prescribe me everything on that list. So all of those medications I have already, and I'll do another video on all those medications because I wrote them down. And if this is something that you're interested in, I would definitely recommend that, because you can possibly save some money, because the other medication fee that they have noted could be $300, and that's a possible. But if you get your insurance in the States to go ahead and pay for these medications, you'll come out little to nothing. So in actuality, I came out of $66 out of pocket because my doctor wrote all the prescriptions. I took them to CVS, got them filled, and my out of pocket after my insurance paid whatever they were going to pay was like $66. And so if you do the math, $300 to $66. Now, unless they give me some other medicines that I did not catch on that video, then I might have to come out of some more money. But the way I'm looking at it right now, $300 to $66, I'll take the $66. So that's how that works. Now, also the last additional thing is the blood transfusion. Okay, so the blood transfusion money, it is $255 total, but there is a $25 reservation fee. So here's how that works. You pay the $255. If you need the blood transfusion, great. The $255 carries 2 bags of blood. From what I read, 2 bags of blood, you're good to go if you need the blood transfusion. But if for some reason you don't need a blood transfusion, then you would get back $235 of your, I'm sorry, not $235. It's $230. I'm sorry, you get $230 back. So if you do not end up needing a blood transfusion, because they make you pay for the transfusion when you pay for your surgery, because if you do need it, you're under surgery. They can't be waking you up like, hey, you need blood. So they have you pay for it in advance, and then after surgery, if you didn't need it, then they'll refund you the $230. So that's how that works. So that's something, if you're like me, I calculated that as money spent. Granted, I don't know if that is going to be something that I'm going to need, but I'm calculating it as money spent. And if I get it back, great. I can spend it on something else or put it back in the piggy bank, whatever. I'm pretty sure, being over there for as long as I'm going to be there, there's probably going to be other little stuff that I'm going to end up wanting to do or buy or whatever. So I'm just making sure I'm all the way prepared with everything. And so those are the prices for Dr. Duran. And then just to kind of give you guys a recap on my recovery house, my full balance was $1,655. And I paid $150 deposit on that. So my remaining balance when I get there is $1,505. So I didn't pay anybody in full before getting there. I know a lot of dolls do because they are afraid to travel with the cash on them. Trust and believe. I'm a little iffy about that as well. But it is what it is. We just going to have to make it work. I just don't feel comfortable giving people that I've never met all of their fee before even getting there. So I'm going to take my chance and of course carry my cash on me, and I'll pay all my providers when I get there. Nobody's getting paid entirely in advance. Just not happening. So, because I made a change for doctors, previously I had, budgeted my overages, like, and this was with all the extras that Dr. Mejia had with just spending money. I gave myself like $1,500 to cover all the extra stuff he was talking about and spending money, which that broke down prior. I would have had 800 extras to spend on him and about $700 just to, have pocket money or whatever when I was over there. So because I made these changes, I changed even my budget. Okay, so all of this extra stuff that Dr. Duran has outside of the medicine fee, because of course I got most of my medicines here, it's $1,175. So if you were to add the $300 to, because of the medicine to that $1,175, then that gets you to $1,475. So that would have been $1,475 just for Dr. Duran's extras, opposed to Dr. Mejia's extras that were at $800. So as you can see, I kind of doubled my price in extras and also increased my overhead with the surgery. So I am coming out of a lot more money doing my surgery with Duran, but I kind of feel like if I'm going to do this, even though it might be a couple extra $1,000 now, if this prevents me from having to go back and say, okay, I need more lipo on my waist, or I need my tummy tuck, I wish they did it tighter, or my butt, I wish they, made it a little more round, whatever. I just feel more comfortable going ahead and dishing out the cash now to prevent having to go back later or being unsatisfied with my results and wanting to end up going back within the next year. So there's a couple $1,000s now, but I feel like in the long run, it's going to be worth it. So again, comparing that $1,475 to the $800, that's the difference right there in the extras. But so when I did that, I had $700 initially for me to just kind of spending money or whatever it is that I might have ended up wanting to do. I don't even know what I was going to spend $700 on. But I wanted to be prepared if I do anything. From my understanding, I shouldn't be spending any money because I'm bringing all these supplies. I'm going to be in the recovery house. All my meals are included in that, my transportation. But what I was told is that sometimes they'll take the dolls out and so they can go to the movies. I've heard they take you to, nail salons, and that, they'll take you and do a few things with a couple of the girls in the house and, kind of be able to enjoy the vacation aspect of it once you start to heal, because I'll be there 15 days. Well, actually 15 nights, 16 days. So anyway, I upped my extra money. And like I said, I might have, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm just extra, I guess. Or you can say extra. I say prepared. That's my explanation for it. I'm prepared. So I upped my spending money to $1,000 instead of the $700 I would have had left after the extras. So I increased my budget there as well. So, that overall made my prices go up. Okay. So again, let me outline these really quick for you without going into details. We have the surgery at $5,300, coordinator fee, $150, lab testing, $300, insurance, $170. Polygamy test, $100, second garment, $150, pain pump, $200, blood transfusion, $255, other medication, $300, recovery house, $1,655, extra money, $1,000. I did not do the math and add all this stuff up, so I am so sorry, y'all. I would have done that, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't think about it beforehand, but I'm pretty sure you guys can stop, rewind, and go back and add all that stuff up if you need it. But anyway, also I did not recap the airfare. So with the airfare, initially when I bought my ticket, because I did change my surgery date a little bit because of Dr. Duran's availability. So when I initially booked my flight cost me $816.73. When I moved it, they waived the move fee or whatever for moving my flight, and it was a $13 difference in the airfare, so I had to pay an additional $13. So that brings my total airfare cost to $829.73. And then also I plan to pay for a luggage, and that's $60 round trip. And so that brings the grand total to $889.73. So $889.73 is the grand total for the flight. And that was not included in all those other prices that I've listed out for you guys. So I mean, honestly guys, all in all, if I could kind of give most dolls a rough estimate when it comes to preparing for a plastic surgery, when you call over there or you get those quotes from over there and they give you those prices like, oh, $5,200, $4,700, all of that. Yes, that sounds amazing, but do not think that the ball stops there. It does not. I initially, when I jumped into this process, I was like, oh, that ain't nothing. When I got my first quote, I'm like, $4,000? Because I think our first quote I received was through Yearly, which I ended up deciding to not go through Yearly, which I do see Yearly have really good results with other dolls. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, but that just wasn't my decision. So that was my first quote. And she had like a price that was like $4,700 or $4,200. It was something weird like that. And when I initially looked at it, I'm like, oh, that ain't shit. You know, I can pay that. And that ain't even gonna take me long. But once I got in there and I got to adding up all this extra stuff, you start adding in recovery houses and all of that stuff. I will tell all dolls, if you don't have $10,000 to spare, wait. Because going into this thinking you about to pay $5,000 and nickel and dime, you can't nickel and dime your health. Some of these things, they make it to where it's impossible for you not to pay for them. Like, you're going to need all of that stuff. So you can't go over there. I mean, now I've seen people try to do without the pain pump. You're going to go over there and torture yourself all over $200? Nope, not me. I'm going to pay that $200. I'm not about to be laying over there in pain because I was too cheap to pay $200 for a pain pump. That's just not, I'm not going to do it. So again, if you're trying to start your process, I definitely recommend at least expecting to come out of $10,000. I say $10,000, depending on what doctor you going to, you may end up having some money left over. And that would be better to have money left over than at the end to have to be in debt or trying to figure out how you're going to pay for certain things. Because I will tell you, once you start buying all these little surgery products and all of that type of stuff, it is pretty expensive. Like, you know, you run into all these different creams and these different healing agents and things like that. And next thing you know you're out of another $1,000. So that's another video that I want to do for you guys as well, is my supplies, like all of my surgery supplies. I kind of feel like maybe I have went overboard. So I will go over all of my surgery supplies with you guys really close to actual surgery time. Right now we are at 21 days. Till the plastic surgery date. I'll actually fly out before that, but 21 days until the actual surgery. So I'll do another video closer to time that's going to go through all the supplies. So just stay tuned on that. And then also, I know a lot of you are probably like wondering, when is she going to show us her body? When is she going to show us that messed up stomach? So I wanted to tell you guys today that I am going to show you guys all my stomach, my jacked up extra skin that I am so happy to be closing a chapter on. So we're going to do that right before I fly out. So just stay tuned. Keep that in mind. I am going to expose it all for you guys. So that way, you know where I was at and everything. So that way, when I start showing you guys the before and afters, you already kind of had a visual before the before and afters. And then you'll be able to see the differences as I evolved and, the swelling goes down and all of that. I'm like, honestly, really excited now because it's 21 days. Yeah. So it's crazy because I've been on this journey for a couple years. And at first it just seemed so far away with the way life kept hitting me, and not being able to put the money to the side that I wanted to put to the side, and just always feeling like I had to put what I had to do over what I wanted to do, which every mother, you know, if you're a real mother or whatever, I mean, let me not say that, not say a real mother, because every woman is a real mother. But if you're a responsible mother, you're never going to put your wants before needs, and you're never going to put your wants before your kids' wants. So that was my biggest thing. Not saying my kids' needs, I'm talking about my kids' wants, because I will drop and spend money on my kids for something that they want, opposed to taking that money and saving it for what I want. I'm just not that type of parent. I give a lot to my kids, and they mean a great deal to me. So it took a lot of me to actually put that money to the side and start to think about me. And I tell all of my moms that as well. You got to think about you. Even if you are in a relationship and, you know, you've got that other half, you have to look out for self. You have to make self happy. You can't look for anyone else to do that for you. You have to do that yourself. And if it's something you want, you're going to have to make it happen. You can't sit around and wait on somebody to give it to you or whatever. Like 100%, my surgery, I've paid for it 100% by myself. I have not asked anybody for a red cent on my surgery. And I am proud to say that. Not saying that there's anything wrong with any of the dolls who have somebody that's going to help them with their surgery or pay for their surgery. I just feel really, really, really good because I did mine independently and I didn't need anybody to assist me. I mean, not that it was somebody that was going to assist me, but you get what I'm saying. I didn't need anybody to assist me. And for me, this is a huge accomplishment to be able to do this all by myself, for myself. I don't have to worry about anybody feeling like I owe them anything. This was me. So again, that's even more rewarding. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to tell you guys before I let y'all go. I don't think so. But if you guys have questions, again, concerns, or whatever the case may be, shoot me a message and I will get back to you guys. And until next time, I want you all to take care, and I will see each and every one of you soon. Thank you again for tuning in. Really appreciate it.